next question is, which of the following statements is true about Java arrays? Arrays are objects. Arrays can store elements of different types. The size of an array can be changed after it is created. Arrays are always of fixed length. So here the correct answer is arrays are objects. As you can see in Java, arrays are objects that can hold elements of the same type. And why other options are incorrect? Because arrays cannot store different types of data. The size of an array cannot be changed after it is created, and arrays are not always of fixed length unless declared so. So our next question here is, which of the following is true about the final keyword in Java? It can be used to define constants. It can be used to prevent method overriding. It can be used to prevent inheritance, and all of the above. So here the correct answer will be all of the above. So final can be used to define constants, prevent method overriding, and prevent inheritance. Let's jump to our next question, which is, what is the default value of a Boolean variable? True, false, null, or 0? So here the correct answer is false. As you can see, the default value of a Boolean variable is false. Our next question is, what will be the output of the following code? Int x equal to 5, int y equal to plus x into 2, and in the last statement we are simply printing y. So here we have options like 10, 12, 14 and 16. So here let's try to solve it. So x equal to 5 and inside, and here y equal to plus x means x is using a pre-increment operator. So here x value will be increased to 6 and 6 into 2 equal to 12. So here the correct answer will be option B as 12. As you can see in the explanation, plus x increments x before the multiplication, so x becomes 6 and 6 into 2 result in 12. So our next question is, which of the following statements is true about Java methods? A method can have multiple parameters of the same type. A method can return multiple values. A method can have a void return type only. A method must have a return statement. The correct answer here is option A. A method can have multiple parameters of the same type. As you can see in the explanation, that Java methods can have multiple parameters of the same type. And other options are incorrect because method can return only one value or void if no return. A void return type means no return value, and not all methods must have the return statement if they are of type void. So our next question here is, what will be the result of the following code? Int x equal to 5, int y equal to 10, and here we are printing a statement where we are mentioning x is greater than y, then question mark x colon y. So basically this is a ternary operation. So here we have option as 5, 10, 15, 0. So let's solve it. X is greater than y, then question mark means if this statement will be true, then it will print x, else it will print y. So here we have x equal to 5 and y equal to 10. So obviously x will not be greater than y. So in this case y's value will be printed. So here option B is the correct answer. As you can see in the explanation, the ternary operator evaluates the condition x greater than y, which is false, so it returns y. Our next question is, which of the following can be used to handle exception in Java? Try, catch, finally, or all of the above. So here the correct answer is all of the above. As you can see in the explanation, try, catch, and finally all are used for exceptions handling in Java. Our next question is, which of the following is used to import all the classes from a package in Java? Import star, import package dot star, import dot star, include package dot star. So here the correct answer is import package dot star. As you can see, import package dot star imports all classes from the specific package, and all other are invalid syntaxes. Our next question is, what is the default value of an instance variable in Java if it is not instantiated? Option A 0, option B null, option C false, and option D it depends on the data type. So here the correct answer is D. As you can see, the default value of an instance variable depends on its type. 0 for numeric type, false for boolean, and null for objects. Our next question is, which of the following access modifiers allows the widest visibility in Java? Private, protected, public, or default? So here the correct answer is public. Public allows the widest visibility, which makes the member accessible from any other class. Private restricts access to the class itself. Protected allows access within the same package and subclasses. Default allows access only within the same package. Let's jump to our next question. Which method is used to convert a string to an integer in Java? Percent method, to integer method, convert to int method, integer value. So here the correct answer is option A, which is %. As you can see in the explanation, integer.% is used to convert a string to an integer. Our next question is, what is encapsulation in Java? The concept of wrapping data and methods into a single unit, the concept of creating a blueprint for objects, the ability to inherit methods from parent class, the ability to define multiple methods with the same name. So here the correct answer is the concept of wrapping data and methods into a single unit. As you can see in the explanation, encapsulation is about bundling data fields and methods that operate on the data into a single unit, usually like a class. Creating a blueprint is related to classes and objects. Inheriting methods is related to inheritance. Defining multiple methods within the same name is related to polymorphism. Our next question is, which of the following best describes inheritance in Java? Option A, the ability to use the same method name with different parameters. Option B, the process of hiding the internal implementation of an object. Option C, the mechanism by which one class acquires the properties and behaviors of another class. Option D, the ability to create classes and objects. So here the correct answer is option C. As you can see in the explanation, inheritance allows a class to inherit properties and methods from another class. All other options are incorrect because using the same method name with different parameters is related to polymorphism. Hiding internal implementation is related to abstraction, and creating classes and objects is the basic principle of OOPs. What is the main advantage of encapsulation in Java? Option A, it increases the visibility of data. Option B, it restricts direct access to an object's data and methods. It allows multiple inheritance, or it enables a class to override methods from its parent class. So its correct answer is option B, which is it restricts direct access to an object's data and methods. You can see in the explanation that encapsulation helps to protect the internal state of an object by restricting access to its data and methods through access modifiers. And all other options are incorrect because encapsulation typically reduces visibility and doesn't increase it. Multiple inheritance is not supported directly in Java, and overriding methods is related to inheritance and polymorphism. Our next question is, which keyword is used to inherit a class in Java? Implements, extends, inherits, or super? So the correct answer is extends. So extends keyword is used to inherit a class in Java, and other options are incorrect because implements is used for interfaces. Inherits is not a valid Java keyword, and super is used to refer to superclass. Our next question is, what is polymorphism in Java? The ability to hide the internal details of a class, the ability to have multiple classes with the same name, the ability to create a class within another class, the ability to process objects differently based on their data type. Here the correct answer is option D, which is the ability to process objects differently based on their data type and classes. Here you can see in the explanation that polymorphism allows methods to do different things based on the object or data type they are called on, and other options are incorrect because hiding internal details is related to abstraction. Having multiple classes with the same name is not possible actually, and creating a class within another class is related to nested class and it is not polymorphism. Our next question is, which of the following is not a type of polymorphism in Java? Compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism, dynamic polymorphism, and static polymorphism. So the correct answer is dynamic polymorphism, because dynamic polymorphism is not a commonly used term. Actually, runtime polymorphism refers to method overriding, while static polymorphism refers to method overloading. So compile time and runtime polymorphisms are the two main types of polymorphism in Java. So here this dynamic polymorphism is not type of polymorphism. And our next question is, which of the following statement correctly describes abstraction in Java? Abstraction is a concept of wrapping data and methods into a single unit. Abstraction is the process of exposing only essential details of an object. Abstraction is the ability to use the same method name with different parameters. Abstraction is the mechanism by which one class acquires the properties of another class. So here the correct answer is option B. In the explanation you can see abstraction focuses on showing only the essential features and hiding the implementation details. Other options are incorrect because wrapping data and methods is related to encapsulation. Using the same method name with different parameters is related to polymorphism, and acquiring properties of another class is related to inheritance. Our next question is, which of the following is true about interface in Java? An interface can have concrete methods. An interface can extend another interface. A class can implement multiple interfaces. An interface can contain instance variables. So here the correct answer is an interface can extend another interface. In the explanation you can see interfaces can extend other interfaces, and a class can implement multiple interfaces, allowing multiple inheritance in Java. And other options are incorrect because interfaces cannot have concrete methods until Java 8, where default methods were introduced, and interfaces cannot contain instance variables. It can only contain constants. Our next question is, what is method overriding in Java? Having two methods in the same class with the same name but different parameters. Having two methods in the same class with the same name and parameters. Defining a method in a subclass that has the same signature as the method in the superclass. Defining a method in an interface and implementing it in a class. So here the correct answer is option C, which is defining a method in a subclass that has same signature as method in its superclass. In the explanation you can see method overriding allows a subclass to provide a specific implementation of a method which is already defined in its superclass. Other options are incorrect because having method with the same name but different parameters is related to overloading. Method with the same name and parameters in the same class is actually not allowed, and implementing a method from an interface is not method overriding.